Good afternoon. This afternoon, we have the pleasure of presenting the annual LETR International Executive Council Athlete Award. This award is sponsored by the LETR International Executive Council and is intended to highlight and recognize the contributions of Special Olympic athletes from around the world. The focus of this award is to recognize special athletes, someone who has contributed to the success of their respective law enforcement torch run at a local, state, provincial, and national level. This year, the committee has selected 3 deserving Special Olympic athletes from 8 nominees, and it was very difficult, by the way. As voted upon the LETR International Executive Council Athlete Award Committee, our distinguished members of this year's committee include Executive Council Member, Athlete Appointee Chelsea Haig Witherdern, and our new LETR International Council Member, Jimmy Johnson. We also have Ross Christie from LETR Scotland, and unfortunately Ross could not be with us today. And before we view this year's nominees, we would like to recognize our 2020 and 2021 Athlete Award recipients that are here with us today. Our 2020 Athlete Award recipients, Brendan Burke of Wyoming, and Robin Calloway from North Carolina. And now our 2021 Athlete Award recipients. Michael Leone from Southern California, and Justin Siller from Alberta, Canada. Now we will reveal this year's award nominees. I'd ask that each of the nominees to stand in place to be recognized as your name is shown on the screen. Please join me in congratulating each nominee as we announce the 2022 nominations for the Executive Council Athlete Award.
Dustin Edmondson, North Carolina. Evan Todd, Georgia. Justin Latimer, Southern California. Marco Martinez, Southern California. Jose Moreno, Illinois. Eileen Moondorf, Alberta. Jenny Murray, Alberta.
Thank you, and again, congratulations to each of the nominees. Our first recipient of the 2022 LETR Executive Council Athlete Award has been active with Special Olympics for more than 13 years. Their passion for running fueled their interest to the torch run after being encouraged to participate by another athlete. Since that time, they have participated in numerous torch runs across their region, always ready to run shoulder to shoulder with their law enforcement partners. They've also participated in many other LETR events across the region to include Tipacops, charity runs, and plane pulls. Their dedication and passion for the torch run has been impressive to many officers and athletes alike. While serving the torch run, our athlete has also served their fellow athletes by serving as the Global Ambassador for Special Olympics. And being a Global Ambassador has allowed our recipient to share how their involvement in Special Olympics and the torch run has enriched their life and the lives of their fellow athletes around the world. Wherever they are, our recipient has kept the flame of hope burning bright. As a demonstration of our recipient's dedication to the torch run, their nominator pointed out that our athlete frequently relies on public transportation to attend torch run events, and on occasion, our recipient even leaves home at about 4 or 5 in the morning and travel by both bus and train through 2 counties and several cities to attend LETR events. Something that our recipient does without reservations or concern. It is this passion and dedication that has made our recipient such an inspiration to all who know him. It is now with great pleasure to introduce our first recipient of the 2022 LETR Executive Council Athlete Award, Marco Martinez of Southern California.
Just like to say to each and every one of you, none of this would have ever happened when Special Olympics Southern California gave me the chance to be with the greatest organization in the world, that is Special Olympics. It completely changed my life. Yeah. Made new wonderful friends, and I would just like to say to each and every law enforcement in here, if it wasn't for y'all, I would just like to say, without y'all, none of this would have ever happened. Yeah. Thank you very much, and you have a rest wonderful day here in this convention. Thank you.
Our next recipient of the 2022 LETR Executive Council Athlete Award has been involved with Special Olympics for more than a decade. They are known as a leader among their peers and have formed a strong bond with law enforcement around their region through their work with the LETR. Their efforts over the years have included involvement in numerous torch run events around their region, to include torch runs, polar plunges, and cops on top of events. Our recipient is well known and loved by law enforcement across the region, frequently being sought out by agencies around the region as the star of their local events. Whenever possible, our recipient encourages other athletes in their area to participate and share his passion. Our recipient also serves as a global ambassador for their program, speaking with athletes, police agencies, community groups, and potential sponsors about the many benefits afforded through the involvement with Special Olympics and the LETR. They have been quoted as saying, "The power of Special Olympics is more than just what happens on the field, it's about what happens in the community." I think that you will agree that these words speak to the very essence of the incredible partnership between Special Olympics and the law enforcement torch run. As if all this were not enough, our recipient has also served as the athlete ambassador to their Torch Run State Executive Council for the past 5 years. It is now my great pleasure to present our second recipient of the 2022 LETR Executive Council Athlete Award, Dustin Edmondson from North Carolina.
gosh. I'm shaking right now. So first off, I just want to thank North Carolina. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh my gosh. I want to thank maybe this will help. Maybe this will help. This will help. Yeah, this will help. All right. I want to thank North Carolina Law Enforcement Torch Run, Leslie Moyer, Keith Fishburne. Thank you for everything y'all do. Dang it. Keith Fishburne, for sure, it's the president, CEO of Special Olympics North Carolina. And I want to thank the nearly 40,000 Special Olympic athletes for doing what they do and just, being who they are and going out and competing. So, thank you guys.
On behalf of the Law Enforcement Torture and Executive Council and Special Olympic athletes, congratulations to all of this year's nominees, and especially to Marco Martinez, Dustin Edmondson, and Justin Latimer, the 2022 recipients of the Law Enforcement Torture and International Executive Council Athlete Award. Let's give them a round of applause.